Hey guys, welcome to live stream. We're just going to wait here a couple minutes for some people to come on. Hopefully we get some people on here. Let's wait till we get like 4 or 5 people on here. It's at different times for us than usual, so I'm hoping that we can get some people from other countries on here this time. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. Sometimes we get the same people that are just sitting at home. Here we go. We got 3 people on here now. This is good. 7 people. Stepping up now. Guys, you guys decide shooting any questions. We got a chat going here. Let's see, we're up to 9. I'm hoping we get like 100 to 133, but I know we ain't gonna get that right away. O. Rodriguez says, good morning from the USA. Good morning. How you doing? Are you a regular subscriber? I don't think. Gurkha. We got Gurkha on here. Good morning. Scratch999 says good morning. Checking to see if anybody from Europe on here yet. Good morning from Puerto Rico, Aaron says. There we go. Now we're getting rolling here. We got 12 people on here. Let's see who else we got. Are all you guys planning on coming to the Philippines or becoming expats on here? Recent subscriber. Okay, Rodriguez says, hi Steve, it's 10 p.m. Yeah, it is. We're trying to see if we can reach out to some of the other people on here, John. So I'm trying something different. Because I promised them I'd do some different hours. I'm actually going to do one like 2 or 3 in the morning soon too. Future expat coming for 2023. There we go. Michael says, good morning from Middle America, regular subscriber. You give much better info than the Dumaguete crowd. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. You talked me out of it, LOL. Yeah, some people, it's just not for them, man. You know, I try to be, truthful about what's going on over here. I tell you both sides. I'm not telling you it's bad or good. I'm just telling you the reality of it, Yes, I am coming to Dumaguete to live. Okay. 1 more year and we will retire in San Fernando. There we go. Yeah, if we're ready in another year. They're only about 1% inoculated over here. Morning. Yes, I hope to go to the Philippines as soon as it opens. Glenda, good morning from New York. Good morning, Glenda. Good morning from Dumaguete. There we go. Got the Dumaguete crowd on here. John Wales, Michael L., I agree with you on that. Yeah, guys, I don't think we're going to open up that fast over here. I just don't think we are. I think it's going to be like a year. They might let tourists in here with shots or inoculations, but if you don't have the shot, I don't think you're getting in here, even if you get swabbed. That's just what I think. I don't know. It could flow either ways. They're talking about doing some sort of passport, the IATA, so I think it's something like that. But I haven't heard too much more about that. I heard they're trying to get that rolling over here too. Otherwise, they're just the economy's gonna fall apart. Far from home. Good morning, Steve. Checking in from the Sandbox. Let's see, the Sandbox. Where's the Sandbox? Is it like Kuwait or something? Let's see. 2 more years moving to Lipa, Batangas. Yeah, Batangas is beautiful. Let's see. Glenda, that's actually where I go sometimes on vacation. You probably saw some of my videos. Eminem Journey. Hey, Eminem, you are up late, John Wales says. Mo, good evening. Expat in Alexandria, Egypt. Hope to bring my girlfriend there. Wow, so we are getting some of the people over in like the Middle East now, so that's good. What time is it over there in Egypt, Mo? How conceivable is it for a person to be like a part-time expat? It's very conceivable. People do it. A lot of people do it. Spend 6 months or something. Could you rent an apartment for a partial year like that? You could, for the price of an apartment over here at $80, you can rent it for the year and always have it and keep all your stuff here too. Let's see. And then you just have a place to, drop your stuff. You could leave some stuff here. That flight would be murder though. Yeah, the flight's murder, man. Sinfuls. Good evening, Steve. Good evening. And Scuba Guy says, hi everybody. And says, yes, when I go back home, we'll golf with you and family. I don't golf, Glenda. I'm not a big golfer. I never golfed. I used to play miniature golf. That's about as close as I came. Saw an ad that of you book a trip to the Maldives. They give you a vaccine upon arrival. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, go to the Maldives, you get a vaccine for free. I'm not, I'm thinking about getting the vaccine. I'm like back and forth on that. I'm kind of, I don't know where I am on that yet. I hear good things and bad things about it, I heard some people are getting like some sort of skin problem. So I'm not sure if I want that. We will learn. Ha ha ha. Okay, Glenda. How now vaccinated and hoping to have my 13A visa before I leave. Okay, that sounds good. Middle East, 5:03 Jordan p.m. Okay, so it's in the afternoon, so that's not too bad. So it's kind of a decent time then for me to come on. We're gonna try another one at 3 a.m. in the morning or 2 a.m. in the morning sometime, so we can catch some of these other people, because I know that's probably like a better time, or maybe 1 a.m. I'm not sure. I've had my Moderna complete now with no issues so far. Far, far, far. Ha ha ha. Yeah, I don't know what to think about it. I keep hearing different stories, Have one shot of Moderna, no side effects. Next shot is on May 8th. Yeah, they say that they say the skin stuff though that I read it was on Google News or something like that it starts with the second shot. So that's why I'm worried. I'm an old man. It's bedtime for me. Good night, everyone. Good night, John. Take care. We're just going to do a short thing tonight anyway, guys. I'll stay on here as long as we can keep everybody busy on here. We got 29 people on here. It's not the usual amount because I know it's, number one, it's late at night, here, and we don't have too many people on here, probably because mostly Europe will be tuning in. Let's see. This is a great time for Ohio. It's 10 a.m. here on Saturday. Yeah, it might be. Yeah, actually, it might be good for the U.S. too. Let's see, retired Navy, by the way. There we go. I'm not retired Navy, but I was in the Navy. I'm a Navy veteran submariner. No sound. No sound at all? You guys can't hear me that good? I had a problem with I had a second shot Pfizer, no problem. Do you have expat friends that you can count on? No. Very few. Only a couple. Good evening. I actually probably have two that I could probably count on, and I'm not even sure about that. 7 a.m. here and at work. Sound is good, 30 and Wake Up says. Sound is fine. Good, good. Good morning from Annapolis, Maryland. There we go, Annapolis. Let's see, there is sound. Good. Sound 5x5. 8 a.m. in Western Canada. I hear you fine. Thanks, buddy. If you guys got any questions, just shoot any questions at me. I'll answer them. We've been covering a lot of material lately on different things, and I know some people on here have questions. So if you got any questions, just shoot them at me. I was a squid too. What was your job? I was a MS, man. I was a cook. Let's see. I got the one shot, the Johnson & Johnson. I'm good to go. Hello from UK. There we go. I used to go to Weymouth and Portsmouth in the UK. Hear you okay in Saskatchewan. That's because I'm really loud. I wish I lived in Saskatchewan, man. That's a nice country up there. Anyone here got the Pfizer RNA shot? Yeah, see, I'm a little worried about these shots because of that. They're not regular shots. They're not giving you dead COVID. That's what I'm worried about. But who knows, But I'm kind of like in the middle on it. Popping up for thumbs up. And happy weekend. Greetings, Steve and family. Okay, Alma. Thanks, Alma. I travel vlog now. What's the best spots in the PI to make nice videos? Palawan, if you're going to do travel videos. Any SRV news? No, just that news that I caught the other day with the about the China thing. It seems there's a China investigation going on. The Army's asking the PRA for information, which is kind of interesting. The Army and the MBI, which is like the FBI. When do you go for your vaccine at the U.S. Embassy? It's actually the VA, Red Ranger. I don't know. It should be soon, though. Greetings from Chicago. Love the channel. Thanks for all the thoughts. Thanks, Mark. I appreciate it. Hello from Kansas. How do they get rid of wastewater treatment plant or a bunch of septic tanks? It's basically a bunch of septic tanks, man. That's all it is. What's the best way to travel with 2 large suitcases and a carry-on? I come over like that, and I did it okay. You know, I just checked my baggage and came over here. Hello from North Carolina. How is the weather? The weather right now is hot, even though it's evening. Right now it's like about, let's see, about 10:10 at night. Yes, we got the Pfizer shot, but the little shaky after the second shot. Yeah, that's what I heard. The second shot's the one that gets you. Minor arm pain, slight headache on the second one. Thanks for your channel. Hi from South California. Thanks, Dan. I appreciate that. Eric Brown. I'm not talking the vaccine on figures. The UK admitted they were incorrect. Pure fraud. Let's see. Mo, ha ha ha. Let us talk about the homeless expats in the Philippines. Do you know why they end up that way? Well, Mo, you know, some of it's stupidity. They come over here on these like really super lowball budgets that they can't survive on, and something happens to them, and then they have something happen and all their money just disappears, or they go out and get drunk or something, they lose their IDs, something like that. They're not in good standing with their families or whatever, so they don't get any help from anybody back home. They didn't plan properly, all that stuff. It's usually that type of stuff. Isn't the VA at the embassy, at the U.S. Embassy on the Row House Boulevard? Yes, it is, but it's in a different area, okay? It's not on the same grounds. But yeah, that is embassy property, so it is embassy. I got my shots at the VA here, as will be my wife next Friday. Okay. So, Sinfuls, you got it at the VA here in Manila? They already called you? Because they should be calling me soon. I'm going to have to call them up and check with them. Anyone here got the... And Sinfuls, which one are they giving? I am more afraid of the vaccine than I am of the COVID. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way, Gregory. Steve, going to make a guidebook for future expats. No, I think the video is a pretty good guide, you know, because you can go around and you can look for what you're looking for, which is good. What made you choose the PI? I'm heading to Thailand soon, and we'll probably hit up Malaysia as well. I actually chose Belize first, and then, you know, I went through a relationship there and it didn't work out, and I ended up coming here. But Belize is beautiful too. The VA is down the road in Poseidon near MOA on Rojas. Yeah, it is. I got the one and done Johnson & Johnson, no issues. That's good. See, I had a blood clot before my hip. Second Pfizer vaccine gave me a sore arm for 3 days and very small fever 2 days. Then the fever broke and then fantastic. Okay. I've had the first AZ vaccine, AstraZeneca. Let's see. I had a headache for 2 days, but okay after that. No effects after the first shot of AZs. No, I'm still in Oregon, Sinful says. Why would anybody take the vaccine if the average age of death of COVID is... Yeah. Actually, the average age of somebody that lives is... I mean, the average person in the United States dies at age 80. The average person that dies of COVID dies at age 83 because they're most of them are in nursing homes. So, you know, it's almost like their time is ready anyway. I read that online. That was actually in an article. Somebody said that. So these people are way past their, you know, their time. They're old, they're frail, you know, they probably don't feel good. So, you know, you get a flu, you're probably going to die from it. I had the COVID and I had the J&J vaccine. Both aren't that big a deal. Let's see. I got Moderna shot in Texas. No big deal, no after effect. Looks like any shot you get, you'll be going through back for a booster shot after 6 to 12 months. Another thing I don't like either, you know, because they're putting receptors in you. That's kind of weird because what are they going to receive? You know, receptors that receive something. So it's kind of strange. But I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm not sure. Do you get sunburn often? Yeah, I do. Does Belize have the same cost of living as the Philippines? No, it's a little bit more expensive. But it's just as beautiful as the Philippines, and it's got a more Caribbean vibe. Let's see. That's why I figure. Let's see. What is the COVID? What is this, the COVID channel? Yeah, next subject, man. Let's change the subject. Young people may get over it, but... Okay, colleague worked out of COVID. All right, let's change the subject, guys, out of COVID now. Let's get out of this. But Belize, to get back to that subject about Belize, guys, if you guys are interested in Belize, man, Belize is a great take for a retiree because of the fact that you're so close to the U.S., especially if you're disabled, because if you guys are veterans and stuff like that, and you need to go back to the States for... non-service connected issues, then look into Belize, because Belize is the way to go. Do you follow any PI YouTubers? Who is your favorite other than yourself? I actually don't watch any PI YouTubers that much. I'll tune into them once in a while. I don't really have any favorites. My favorite YouTuber is Trout and Coffee and Backwaters and Backroads, I think it is. Backroads and Backwaters. He's just a small channel, but he's a really good channel. And I like this guy, John Walls. He's like does stealth camping and stuff like that. I kind of enjoy that stuff. So he's good. John Wallace, I think his name is. I don't. Someday I'll do a story on that if you want, if you guys are interested in that. But Trout and Coffee is really, really good. Well, look up Trout and Coffee, guys. Why won't Duterte let me into the... Good question, Red Ranger. Nice, I'll check them out. Yeah, I think you guys would enjoy them. Trout and Coffee is really, really good. Don't just watch one, watch many of them, because then you'll get a feel for his stories. He has really good stories. He's just an interesting YouTuber. I'm a van life. I also watch van life. Yeah, I watch Foresty Forest and all that, That does middle of nowhere camping. Yeah, I agree. I love that. I like Wonder Hussy. Wonder Hussy's good too. Wonder Hussy's great. She's got a good sense of humor too. Taxes as a permanent resident. I'm a resident here, and I pay taxes back in the States. All my pensions, I pay back there, so that's kind of easy. Where is Belize? Did you go, and was it safe? Yeah, it's safe, pretty much. It's no less safe than any unsafe place in the United States. Each city is different. If you stay away from the capital, you're okay. Okay. And yeah, they speak English there, by the way. They don't speak Spanish. And it's right next to Mexico. A lot of people don't know about it. Just a little tiny. It's about the size of Massachusetts. I like Trout and Coffee and Slim Potato Head. Yeah, I agree. Slim Potato Head's good too. I like Trout and Coffee better though. If they don't open up the SRV, can only stay in the Philippines for another 6 months. Well, if they open up the tourist visa, let's see. If they open up the SRV, I can stay. If they don't open up the SRV. I don't know, Gregory. I'm not sure. I don't know what's going to happen. There's all kinds of changes going on, I'm hearing. How's the dating in Belize for seniors? Actually, it's not that bad, man. It's about very similar to the Philippines. The girls there will date older guys. They don't care. I really appreciate your video regarding Philippine long-term care and nursing home. York, I was just actually looking at that, and there's a place over in Tagaytay for $45,000, and for each step up, like health-wise, let's say like assisted living is $10,000 more. So for assisted living, I think it'd be 45. Then you used to go into like the next step up. It's 55, then 65, and then the 75 would be the tops. And I think you put 20% on top of that because that's for Filipinos only. So for Americans, it's a little bit more. Why do so many PI YouTubers seem to be from Dumaguete? Why are they always pimping out girls? That's a good question, Red Ranger. We call it Epstein Island. That's the nickname for it, So one of the subscribers on here actually was the one that did that. They called him Epstein Island, and it's stuck ever since I mentioned that. My girl was having a massage in Manila today against regulations, but police captain came in checking, and then he asked for a massage. What a joke. Yeah, I believe it. I was also curious. How about the U.S. dollar being against the peso? It's about 47 to 1 or something like that. Let's see. Used to be known as British Honduras. Yeah, it was when I was a kid. Then it changed over when they released it to become its own country. That was for Belize. Just trying to get an idea of tax liabilities. Was told it would be about 20% of my pension. Well, it depends on how much you make. I really can't, Scratch, I really can't talk too much about that because that's something, it's a tax thing. I'm not a tax person, so... it's different for each person because you fall into if you're if you make a lot of money, you're gonna pay more. So that's all. I don't know. I am the only one that feels total embarrassment with all the PH expat YouTubers attacking each other publicly. They act like children. What are your views? I try to stay out of that fray, man. I stay away from that. You're right though. A lot of them act like children. They love to attack each other. I was thinking the other day about this subject because a lot of expats over here, there's a lot of good expats too, but I notice you can tell the bad expats usually because they're always trying to compete with you, okay? If if you say you got $10 in your pocket, they'll say, well, I got 20. Like it's always competition. It's all about the competition. It gets a little sick after a while. Is that 45K a month in an old people's home? Yes. Yep. That's pesos, yeah. And then 10 for each step. That's over in Tagaytay. Okay, that was one of the ones over in Tagaytay. You can probably find it online. Max Power. I forget the name of the home though, but I saved the pictures from it, so I don't remember which home it was. But you can look it up. It's on there. Gary, son of Larry. Do you travel to Thailand? No, I don't, man. I don't. I might someday. We'll see. 56 watches, but only 20 thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up, folks. Yeah, we're up to about 67 right now. We're getting up there. But we're not going to stay on that long tonight, guys. I just wanted to come on here, see what we're going to get on here at night. If we keep getting above 50, I'll come on here more often, guys, Hi from Eatonville, Georgia. Lake Oconee, okay. Eric Brown, crab mentality is a peculiar problem in the Philippines. Not good. Yeah, you're right, Eric. We've actually done a video on that one, too. Stationed in Hawaii for 9 years. Love Filipino culture in food, but damn, makes me fat quick. Yeah, a lot of people over here are getting overweight. A lot of the Filipinos have gained a lot of weight over here since this COVID thing has started because everybody's cooking and staying home and nobody's out exercising. We can only go exercise between 6 in the morning and 9 in the morning. So that's the only time we can go out right now in our area. Curfew in your area, liquor ban. I don't know, honey, we have a liquor ban? You can't buy liquor, right? Or can you? No liquor. Nope. No liquor ban? Oh, no liquor ban. I'm sorry. Hello from Tampa, Florida. Hello, Wendell. Why did you leave Belize? I actually had a store down there, and you can probably see my shirt. Jacob and Steve's Jewelry. I had a jewelry store down there, and I was with this girl, and it just didn't work out, so I ended up leaving. Because it's too small, you're gonna run into people there. There's only 350,000 people in the whole country. 325,000 actually. Did you lose financially with your first relationship there? In the Philippines, yes, yeah, in a big way. Hi, Stephen. Black Forest, Germany. Here again. That's good. K Fox. At least we're getting some of the people from Europe now. That's good. Let's see. Bye. Nice chatting with you. Bye, Glenda. Take care. So if we do this chat again, would you guys be interested in this? We're gonna have a good chat going on in here. I'm not sure how many people are a game at this time. It seems like we got like about 70 people. That's a little bit after 10. I'm not sure if this is a good time. Yes, Kaparn says okay, because we're gonna be doing this probably more than. I'll come on here at night. And we'll try to hit all the crowds. I am from the country known as Texas. Yeah, there we go. It should be a country. Why did you lose in a big way? Just every time you go through a divorce, you lose half of everything, microtrader. It's just the way it is. The only person that gains usually is the woman in the United States. Good thing is that you don't carry the baggage from your first experience. No, I left that on the tarmac back there, man. I just gave up on that. I tell a lot of people, if you still have some of that, hatred and stuff like that from what you went through, then just see a therapist. That's the best way. You just talk it all out, let it all out. That's what they're there for, just to listen to you. Enable your super chat so we can buy you a lumpy and pence eat meal. No, man, I don't need any money, man. I know the super chats you can pay and stuff like that. I'm not into that. I don't need anybody's money. I'll talk to everyone on here. On Saturdays, this time is good. Okay, on Saturdays, I'll try to remember that, man. Rick DeVries, sure. I'm not about the money, man. A lot of these other guys on here, they want your money. I could care less about the money. I'm not competing with anybody. The only money I like to have is from the ads and stuff like that. If you wanna donate to me, watch my ads. That's all I say. How long were you in the Navy? I was in the Navy for 4 years. Where were you stationed? Charleston, South Carolina, San Diego. I was stationed in those two places. I was in Yokosuka and served for 6 years. Hi, Steve. Alberta, Canada here. Hope to be back in the Philippines in October. Hopefully you will be, yeah. I like this form a whole lot better. Great questions. 20 years Navy here. There we go. Was your divorce in the U.S.? Yeah, it was, man. Morning here in America. Good time to do a live stream. It's good. I'm glad. Easy way to save money. Just don't divorce. There you go. Or don't get married. Good job not taking dollars. Thank Borealis. Eric Brown. Hello. My ex-wife is still a nightmare. Yeah. Mine was too for a long time. It always seems the ex-wife half is bigger than the guys. Yeah, it does. Because a lot of guys they want to settle quick because of the legal costs. It ends up being about, they end up making out the most because they know how to use that muscle. What kind of music does the liquor band play? I don't know what you're talking about, man. Married since 18 years to a Filipina, all years happily married. That's good, man. Some people get lucky, some people don't. When the PI opens up, do you expect problems from the inrush? No, I don't think so. I think the first ones that come in, though, I think changes are going to be going back and forth. So I tell people wait till 3 months after, because it could go back into lockdown again. Who knows? What are your thoughts about the last year prior to moving in the Philippines? I'm debating whether to sell my rental property. I gave up everything, man. I plan on going back to see my sister and maybe a few other people, and that's about it. I don't really have many intentions on going back. If I go back, I might go back with my girlfriend, and we'll see how that works out over there. Maybe for like a year or two, and then come back again. But if I do that, I'd still be on here, and I'd do daily broadcasts still. I also live in. Thoughts on just getting a rental storage unit for the first year. You could. I mean, if you plan on going back. I mean, York, Pennsylvania. I mean, I'm talking. Let's say I just got up and came over. You know what I mean? I don't get attached to too many material things. I really don't. You know what I mean? I mean, I can always replace material things. You can't replace people. You know. Possibly 2024 Philippines will open. Maybe. Known many guy who went through what you went through with the divorce. I just retired at 50, never married, no kids. You're lucky, man. Spanish 2001. Roy Jones, easier way to stay in the mom's basement. Yeah, a lot of people doing that too. I don't know about that one though. Let's see. I would like to give my Filipina girl the experience of marriage and a. Yeah, I agree, man. Same here. I think if a person treats you right, marriage is okay over here. I think. I have no problem with that. Hi, Steve. Love your channel. Watching from Hong Kong. Hey, Gems. Let's see. The Fool on the Hill. What makes you hope that tourism will reopen soon? I hope it will. I mean, the shots we're not even up to 1%, I don't think. Last I checked, that was like a week or two ago. I don't think we're much further than that. Don't we, York, Penn? You can always buy the stuff again. Yeah, I agree with this guy. 30 and a wake up. Don't waste the money, and he's talking to York, PA. I guess I got lucky in the divorce. No lawyers, mediator only, and I held on to the house. Yeah, I held on to the house too, but she ended up getting half when I sold it. That was the problem. Don Murphy, good morning. Good morning, Don. Gregory, the Philippines is a Cat 4. Do not travel on the U.S. State Department list. Yeah, I don't know about that. I disagree with that. It's only Cat 4. I think you're talking about a typhoon. The Philippines isn't that bad. It's no worse than like New York City if you're in Manila. How hard would it be to bring my dog, big dog? I'm not sure, Barry. I didn't bring a dog over here, so I don't know too much about that. I know people do. I think you just need the proper shots. You have to call the airport and get all that done beforehand. I will bring my second Fila wife. I will maybe take a 2-week trip. There you go. Yeah, 2-week trip's good if you're thinking about coming over here. Philippines seem to be changed a lot the last 10 years. Lost a lot of the atmosphere and mentality. Well, it's going to be totally changed after this. K-Fox, totally changed. Nothing's going to be the same. The past year has changed the Philippines so much it's not even similar to what it was before a year ago. So we are not sure to retire in the Philippines or stay in Europe. K-Fox, you might look into Belize too. If you have a little bit of money, Belize is nice. If you stay like in places like San Ignacio is beautiful. It's not on the ocean, but it's beautiful. Interesting character you are. Thanks for the info. Thanks, William. Been traveling nonstop for 2 years now. PI is still in my top 3. Love it. Hey, shipmate, how cool is Tracy compared to Lipa? I don't know Lipa, Charlie. I'm not sure. I can just tell you that it's a good place. I like it. I like the people here. Sinfuls, Barry Morris, can you just have to get prior entry permit from the government and have an international travel certificate with a 30-day medical exam? Okay, he's talking about the dog. Bringing a dog here. Property prices are very high, really. Yeah, Eric, they're getting higher here, man. Even condos are expensive. Dog to bring to the Philippines is possible. I love Philippines more than New York, where I've been the last several years. Yeah, Philippines is definitely better than New York, except upstate. My godfather lives in Austining, New York. Let's see. Thanks. Do all your finances? Do you do all your finance matters online? A lot of them, yeah. If any bills I have to pay is all online. Barry Morris, thanks for the help. Let's see. Many guys overspend and end up too broke to stay. Yeah, it's very true, man. They don't bring enough money and they don't have monthly income, so they come over here and then they end up going home broke and homeless. Please, you need to speak Spanish. No, you don't. That's false, K Fox. It's an English-speaking country. It used to be British Honduras. They teach English in all the schools. Actually, most of what people speak there is English. I would say about 95% of the people there speak English. Some speak Spanish and English, but they all speak English. What has changed so bad? Everything. The feel, Don. The feel of the place. The stores. Some stores have closed. A lot of things. The streets are more empty. You meet different people. A lot of people are staying home. Just the whole feel of the country has changed. Blue Rose Resorts is cool in Lipa. Let's see. He says K Fox English. Yeah, he's right. English. That's what they teach in Belize, and that's what they speak. How far is San Ignacio from the beach? It's a couple hours, I think. It's not that far. It's just inland a little bit. They make a few stops and stuff. The buses there. They call them the chicken buses because there's usually chickens in there and stuff like that up in the overheads and everything. It's kind of fun, though. It's actually kind of neat. Let's see. Thanks. 30 and a wake up. Yes, been to Austin. That's Sing Sing. DJ Kuhn, that's Sing Sing prison is in Austining. I hope by this summer the U.S. will help the Philippines with the vaccine. Yeah, they need some, it seems like, because they can't get off the ground with this thing. English is the official language of Belize. Yeah, it is. Don Murphy, condos are the same price in Cebu as Canada. Yeah, they're very expensive. My Filipina has lovely mix of sassy, sexy, family values, etc. Filipina find the right one. They are diamonds. Yeah, they are, Eric. It's due to the COVID. Thailand is a cat too, so I might have to wait it out there if I'm forced to leave the Philippines. MBI is now involved in the SRRV scan. Yeah, I did a story on that the other day, man. Look in the description. The letters are there to prove it. Looking into corruption and looks to be removing Chinese with fraudulent documents. This is part of the revamping program. Is this information correct? Gail, go on and look in my description, okay, of that one that I did the other day about the SRRV. And there's 2 links in there. Okay, and it shows those documents that you're talking about. Okay, and it talks a little bit about that, but doesn't give all the information. It's just, it gives a little bit. So you have to kind of do your guesswork off of that. That's all we know is what's coming out of those papers that the government is showing. Is healthcare in Belize good? K Fox, you can go over to Mexico, which isn't far. It's just over the border, and the Mexican healthcare system is actually pretty decent, and it's not that far. It's right next to Mexico, and there's some good hospitals close by. But Belize does not have good health care. No, I'm not going to lie to you. But K Fox, there's also Mexico, which is also good too. Some sections of Mexico are excellent to live, and there's a lot of expats there, and it's safe in those areas. Mike Simpson, what's the best credit card to take to the Philippines? I have Capital One. I also have Citibank, Mike. I like both of them. I'm okay with both of them because they work online excellent. I can turn them off and on, so if they ever get stolen or something like that, I don't have to worry. And if somebody sends them to me, I can turn them off and on. So when they're getting mailed to me, I can shut them off. So if they get stolen in the mail, I don't have to worry, you know. What you hear about Cambodia? Been looking in. Cambodia is pretty much run by the Chinese now, or getting pretty close to it. Been looking at Tracy Cavite too. I get second shot, I'm gone. Yeah, Don, look into Tracy Martinez, man, because you're kind of close to everything. You're close to the beaches. You're close to, you're not. It's just a hop, skip, and a jump to everything, which is good. I like to buy a Coke when it opens. I'd like to buy you a Coke when it opens. Yeah, Wendell, I'll be glad to meet you someplace, man. Tennessee Traveler comments, yes. Hey, Steve, shout out from Vermont. Hey, Jeeves. I love Vermont, man. That's one of the reasons why I watched Trout and Coffee. I liked one of their stories in particular was about Vermont. Jeeves, if you watch Trout and Coffee, if you live in Vermont, you'd like Trout and Coffee. Great YouTuber. Is the food better in Belize than in the Philippines? I think so. Yes. I actually like the food in Belize. They have a lot of good stuff there. They have something called fried jacks that are like fried dough and they're delicious. You put eggs on them and everything. Your man talk about your kids and relationship was one of my favorite vlogs. Actually, Jeeves, that was one of my favorite too, and it also got like 10,000 views, which I was surprised. And if you saw the emails that I got from that, some of them were really, tear jerkers because there's a lot of people out there like that, and it meant something to me that everybody enjoyed that. It touched everybody, So you don't get paper mail like in the States? No, I get mail here. I get mail. I got mail today. I get packages and stuff like that. I get things from the VA, letters. Thank you very much for the idea. I will have to take a closer look at Belize. K Fox, don't just look at Belize, but also look at Mexico and also look at Costa Rica and Nicaragua too. There's a place called the Corn Islands or the Maize Islands or something like that in Nicaragua. I think they speak English there too. Steve, do you get spam calls on your Magic Jack? Never. Never got a spam call on my Magic Jack. So many say they wish to take a different vaccine than the Sino vaccine, but the government will not let them, even if they wish to pay. I don't know if that's true. I didn't hear that. Because they're not giving the Sino vaccine at the VA here, and I heard other places they're taking whatever vaccines they can get. Well, heck it out, trout season just opened. You fish come here. Yeah. I used to live up in Berlin, New Hampshire, Jeeves, in a log cabin up there with 23 acres. Long time ago when I was in my 20s. Most of the fam left New York to live in Bennington, Vermont area. It's nice there. Yeah, it is. Amex and Chase for the rewards. Yeah, I'm going to have to look those up. There's a whole bunch of places you can go on Google, and they talk about the reward cards and stuff like that. Mine has rewards on it too. One of them does. I forget which one though, because I just cashed in the rewards. And they give you cash. It pays off your credit card. I put all my spend on it, pay it off then in each month, then enjoy free business class flights. Yeah, some of them have you can get like flight perks and stuff like that. Looking to retiring in Portugal. Portugal's actually pretty good. That's another good retirement spot I heard. But finding a quality Panay companion in the PI when it opens will be the icing on the cake. Yeah, man, I agree. Good to hear about Magic Jack. Magic Jack's really good. I love Magic Jack. I like Magic app because it rings my phone even when I'm walking around outside in a mall or whatever. My phone will ring from the United States and I can talk to my friends just like I was back there. I'm from Tennessee. I watch you and other vloggers. You guys have different opinions about budgets. I think you're both right, depending on the person's goal is. Yeah, man, Thomas, I talk a lot more about the Forex. I also talk a lot about inflation, and I also talk a lot about future savings because of the insurance costs and stuff like that, which a lot of people leave out. And that insurance cost can also go towards if you have to go into a nursing home or something like that over here. God forbid, I don't wish anybody that. I lived in Newport and Claremont, New Hampshire when I came home from Nam. It was a nice area. I don't know about Newport. I never heard of Newport, New Hampshire. I think I heard of Claremont, though. Chase Reserve. There we go. Capital One cash back. Yeah, Capital One has the cash back. I think you're right. Because Citibank doesn't have it. Citibank's okay, but I know Berlin, New Hampshire is like NEK in Vermont. Funny. I did the same. Packed up and went 4 miles into the woods. Yeah, I was about a mile into the woods. My nearest neighbor was a mile away. Been a year back to the big city of Montpelier. Yeah, geez, I used to love Berlin, New Hampshire, man. It's beautiful. I was behind the ski jump up in Berlin. I don't know if you know where that is. Portugal is overrun with immigrants. Yeah, I heard it's getting like that, but it's still cheap. Steve Tyler, local slideshow. He's from Newport, New Hampshire. Yeah, Steve Tyler. I used to see him in Lawrence, Mass, man. He used to go to one of the places there. He was friends with one of the local musicians, and he used to come to Lawrence quite a lot. He used to hang out at a lot of the Hispanic restaurants. Sinfuls, this video sold me on it. I'm going to get a Magic Jack before I go back home. Yeah, get a Magic Jack, man, and then hook up your Magic app too. If you ever have any problems with your Magic Jack, you can call me and I can kind of help you along. But also, like, you can just call them too and they'll help you. It's pretty easy. You can watch videos on it on YouTube too, Dan. Yes, that's very true about budgets. Yeah, Thomas, I agree. Budgets are kind of funky. You know, you have to be prepared for everything over here. You know, you're in a different country, and you know you don't want to have to go home. So be prepared. Don't come over here short-handed. You know, why would you get a vaccine for an illness that you have a 98% chance of surviving anyway? Yeah, I kind of agree with you, Dan. You know, I'm not sure where I stand on that. I go back and forth on that, and right now I'm thinking I might not. I'm not sure. If you're retired military, you can get an FPO box in the Philippines. That's right, Greg. You can. There's an organization. I forget the name of the organization. It's a few towns over, and you can get an FPO box through them. It's for retirees only, but they're opening up to regular vets now. So because they're some of those places will have to close down otherwise. So it's good. It's opening up for regular vets now. So that's a good thing, Gregory. You might want to let other people know that too. The one near me, and I forget which town it was. I can try to find out if you want. If you send me an email, I'll try to remember where it was. I have the paperwork on it still somewhere. Let's see. Mike says, Chase Sapphire Reserve or Amex Platinum. I married a Filipina I met online and divorced her 3 years. Wait to find a Panay after you arrive in the Philippines. I agree, man. You know, don't take your Filipina back home. My Filipina, I have no problems with her. I don't think I have to worry about anything. Hi, sir. I came across your channel. I'm from Philippines. More power to your channel. God bless. Thanks, Litliff. Let's see. Glenn B. Alberta here. Another guy from, let's see, we have Saskatchewan, Alberta. We're doing pretty good from Canada. Chuck 555, Michael L. That's my go-to card. Let's see. It's good to have, guys, it's good to have credit cards over here. Let me just say that as a backup for, you know, if you have a medical emergency over here, because most places will accept your credit cards over here. I would say have at least 10 to 15,000 and have the wherewithal to pay those cards down, okay? And have an emergency fund too. And the first thing that you should fall to would be to your credit cards, then start going into your emergency fund. That's why you need to have a lot of extra cash. 70% of your budget should be your household stuff, and then the other 30% should all be savings, okay? That's what I tell people. Somebody mentioned that the other night. I don't know who it was. That's a good rule to follow. Many guys need to know money will run out if you're a crazy spender. I've known over 100 who left wife and kids behind. It happens. Yeah, it does, man. There's a lot of people over here. They come over here. They get with some girl. They get the girl pregnant, have kids, and then they leave. They realize they don't have enough money. And a lot of people are still selling that dream, and it's just not reality over here. Zane Underwood. Hey, Steve. How are you? Hope all is well. Hey, I want to ask you, is the passport card from your previous video, is that the same thing they are calling Real ID? No, but it's pretty close. That's actually will work, you know, because that's a passport, you know. I know about the Real ID. That's more for like licenses and stuff like that. But it'll work just like a passport. You can use your passport in place of Real ID, just FYI. So that card will work for that. You know, wherever they ask for Real ID, say, hey, you're going to give me a passport. It's the same thing. You can look that up online. I read that online. Google number is free. Yeah, Google's good too. Some people like Google, but you can, let's see, it says it's free. You receive and make calls, plus you send. But you have to pay for a phone number, I believe, if you want it permanently, Mo. It is a little bit different than Magic Jack. And also Magic Jack has text and it has people that you can call, like text and stuff like that. Jaffe Tree, there we go. Kiki is in the house. That's my foster daughter. Let's see. How to get on with my chores. Cool to see you live. Have you thought about of joining Patreon? No, man. I don't want to. I don't need any money. If we all threw in a couple bucks a month, many hands. You know, like Jeeves, I appreciate that. You know, I make enough money off my ads, and I tell people, you know, I'm happy with that. You know, I do well with my pensions and stuff. You know, I enjoy helping people. I have no problem helping people. I don't need all this extra money like these other guys. Mixed text, I believe that too. Some bloggers are upping the budgets. $900 isn't going to do any longer. I make good money, guys, off my ads. I'll be honest with you. I make pretty decent money. I'm happy with that, and that's why I help you guys, because I make enough off that I feel like I have to give back a little bit. You know, RAO. Yes, Greg. That's the name I was looking for. The RAO. I'm not sure what it stands for. I can't remember. But yeah, Gregory. Yeah, you're right. RAO. It's a few towns over from here. I went there with somebody one time, and they can actually help you get a different kind of. I think it's like a 3-year visa or something like that. If you talk to them, you may want to actually call them. They had something over there, and I'm not that familiar with that one. And I wanted to ask her, go over there and ask her again about that. I might actually join that organization. I'm going to find out more about that. Hi, Steve. Retired Navy here from Carson City, Nevada. I watch your vlog every day, and your budget is very realistic. Thanks, Alvin. I really appreciate that, man. You're in one of my favorite places, Carson City, Nevada. I love that area. I love Nevada. I love Carson City because I used to collect Morgan dollars, and those are the most expensive. I had the whole set. Mine got in with a group of older ones. Many married 2 or 3 different condos. She became unbearable. Let's see. Daniel Ford says, Do you need return airfare when you fly to the Philippines? Yes, you do. You have to have a onward ticket. It could be to Hong Kong or anywhere as long as you have an onward ticket within 30 days. Wife is dual. Hope the ballot ban is lifted. See, Michael L. Given my knowledge of biochem and seeing the data, I like the mRNA-based vaccine. This week in virology is a weekly good source of everything about the virus. Okay, I'll check that out, man. I keep $10,000 emergency fund in my safe. That's a good idea, man. If you can do that. Jolly Bee Freeze says North Carolina came in late, no notification. Yeah, man. I just did this spur of the moment just to try it out. I pay about $90 for my FPO at the RAO. Yeah, that's not that bad, man. You know, I mean that RAO thing is pretty decent because they help you with a lot of paperwork over here if you need help too. So that's a good thing. They'll help you with U.S. problems and tax issues and stuff like that. Shout out the host. Let's see. Hello. It's coming. It's using common sense. I have the New York one, costs $81.50. Show it at the airport. You go right through the line. Charles Schwab debit card is the best. No ATM fees abroad. I agree, man. I have Ameritrade. I love Ameritrade. That's actually Charles Schwab now. Card can be used to travel domestically on a plane. Yeah, Mark, you're talking about the card I just talked about, the passport, U.S. passport card. Yeah, that card is excellent because if you lose your passport, man, that comes in handy. That's a big help. You know, because you just have to mail that passport in with your passport photos and the money, and you get another passport. So that's why you should always have that as a backup, and don't keep them. Don't put the passport card in your passport wallet. Okay, that's important. You know. So, let's see. Hi, I listened to you from the Dominican Republic. Ramon says. Card can be used to travel. Let's see. How prevalent is the use of debit cards in the Philippines and credit cards? You can use them in all the major malls for the most part. Some stores accept them, some don't. A lot of them don't. Most of the major restaurants do, except for like McDonald's accepts cash. Some places do take the credit card, some don't. It's on and off. It's like 50-50. So I want to get this straight from you. Can get a regular passport book on a passport card and a real You don't need the real ID. You just need the passport card, which is like a domestic passport, but it comes through your drive. No, you got it all mixed up, Zane. You just get the passport ID card, okay? The passport ID card or passport card, okay? And it's just good for domestic. But if you lose your passport, your regular passport book, that will stand in. You just mail that in, and they'll send you a new passport. So it's like a backup ID to have. You don't even need your driver's license or anything, okay? Just want to get that correct. Watch the video and listen closely because there's a lot of information in there. If you want to port your number, you have to pay. Yes, you do. But getting a new number is completely free. Yes. And you can get it any area code too if you're talking about Magic Jack. I think it's also for Google too. I have seen friends' minds crippled by long COVID, and my mind is my most valuable asset. Do not fear of Moderna or Pfizer, Michael says. It's a strange little driver's license. It looks like a driver's license kind of. Michael L. Stop the nonsense. Jolly Bee Freeze. You have a separate phone number to use Google Voice for security purposes. The need to text you every now and then. You have a separate phone number. I don't know what you're talking about, Joe. I think you're talking about Google. I don't know that much about Google. I had 2,005. DJ Kuhn says, I budget $2,500 US a month, but my girls raise piglets and I sell used clothing. Yeah, man, you can make a lot of money over here if you know what you're doing, and you have to pay taxes on some of that stuff, but only if you make over $5,000 over here. RAO stands for Retiree Activities Office. Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah, I think you're right. I have all their information. The lady gave it to me. Nice lady over there too. Jeeves Winston. Okay, cool. I'm just taken aback by the surf dude making $250K. Yeah. You like that, huh? That's pretty interesting. Yeah, if you guys watch Social Blade, go on Social Blade, the app, and you can tell how much people make. And we're talking about Becoming Filipino. The guy makes $250K a year. I am a retired Marine, Semper Fi. Actually, that guy on Becoming Filipino, he just bought a whole big package for solar panels and stuff like that for his house. And he doesn't even own the house, I don't think. I've been using Google Voice since 2010 here in the Caribbean, and I can text and call the U.S. and Canada for free. I also received the same. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's just like Magic Jack. Magic Jack and app is a good solution also, though. Yeah, I agree. Sometimes it has its issues, but they all do. But yeah, Magic Jack is really good. I love Magic Jack. Let's see. Have a good day. Bye for now. Bye, Rick. Take care, Rick. Litlift says, I am Panay and I have American brother-in-law. So I'm just going to share it to him, as he has lots of questions on how to retire here together with my sis. Your channel is a great help. Thanks, Lit. I appreciate that. Yeah, just tell him to go to my channel. And if he ever needs to get in touch with me, just tell him to ask me for my email, and he can email me. I'll give him my number, too, if he wants. If he emails me asking me for the number. I seriously enjoy your videos. I don't know if I'll ever expat, but it's nice to have the information and the option. Yeah, guys, any of you guys, I know I got like 97 people in here. If you guys ever need any help or anything like that, and you can't find it in my videos, and you need to call me, or you have a question about one of my videos, feel free to email me, okay, at steven5975@yahoo.com, okay? Let's see. DJ Kuhn. It is easy to get the passport replaced at the Manila Embassy. It's very fast. Same with birth of a child abroad or driver's license renewed. Yeah, I don't know about the driver's license renewed. You can do that online. But yeah, most of that stuff's pretty fast there. The Manila Embassy is really phenomenal. I don't know how it is now with all the problems, but I know they used to be phenomenal. Like leaving baggage on the tarmac. Want a new number. Ha ha ha. Yeah, I agree. Best thing I ever did, man, was leaving my luggage on the tarmac, We deal and call all over the world with Facebook Messenger, the new one. It's got voice calls, then it has video calls too. Daniel Ford says, Becoming Filipino is a Canadian guy from Victoria, BC, Canada. Yeah, British Columbia, man, has like a lot of people like him because everybody I meet from the area is like the hippie type. I used to meet a lot of them down in Belize too. There's a lot of those people, man. They love wearing like the 1960s stuff with the headbands and all that stuff. I meet a lot of them, you know. Let's see. Pay attention to your baggage when you fly. The airlines will fine you if you're overweight or too big. Are old expired passports that you still have and old expired IDs that you still have, are they worth bringing with you? You know something? The old expired passports, I heard, from what the lady told me at the embassy, she says save them because if you ever lose your passport, that'll work also to get a new one. Okay, so that's what she told me. Now, you know, she worked in a different department, but that's what she said. So, you know, but I would still get that ID just the same. It's only like $30 to $65, depending on when you buy it. Let's see. Jolly Bee Free says up to 500. I'm not sure what he's talking about. I'd rather watch your videos. Thanks, Daniel. Mo, passport card costs $10. No, it's not $10, and it's good when you. If you're talking good when you return from Canada, Mexico, and the Caribbean. No, it's like 35 and 30 and 65 or something. I was looking at it today. It's not $10. No, that's wrong. But it's good to have in your wallet as an ID. Yeah, it's a great ID, man. If you lose your passport, because that's all you have to send in is that and your photos and the money, and you get another passport. So if you lose your passport, that's the card to have. Take my hat off to you. Your vlogs are varied. Great stuff. Yeah, man. I try to mix it up. I try to do like stuff for guys too, because most expats are guys, you know. So it hits that way. It hits on all cylinders, you know. LOL. I'm from BC. Daniel Ford. Are you wearing your tie-dye shirt, Daniel? I chat with guys here, but in real everyday life, I've had only 3 friends, Kanos. So many want money or are being chased by their home country. Yeah, that's true, man. I've had a lot of people come over here talking to me and stuff like that, and I just don't want them around anymore. Some of them. Actually, it was a guy from Canada too. You know, the guy was like one of those people's secret squirrels types, you know. But you could tell he wasn't, you know. Kind of like the guy that dreams of retiring, going fishing, and then dies within a year. You still need something that drives you to get up in the morning. Yeah, man, that's the one thing. That's one thing about the Philippines is it drives me over here. I stay busy. How much pressure is exerted from live-in girlfriends or their families for marriage if committed and serious? Is that enough? Is that enough for them? For live-in girlfriends, pressure for marriage? No, I don't think so. They might a little bit. Depends on the family too. Some Catholic families will pressure you a little bit, yeah. But most of the time, no. I don't think so. I was lucky because my girlfriend, her parents live down in Mindanao, and she's not close with them at all. In fact, she doesn't even get along with them. Thoughts on Google Fi phone used only on your internet and Wi-Fi to have U.S. phone? Steve, I believe in Magic Jack. I push Magic Jack for many reasons because I've used it and I know it. I can't speak to Google. People say it's great, you know, but I like having that little thing that they send you so I can hook a regular phone into it too. So my phone actually rings and answers like a regular phone. Let's see. New York, new ID license has got all your info embedded in it. Yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, LOL. I use AT&T Passport to make calls to the U.S. It's $50 U.S. per month, and I kept my U.S. phone number. That's a little expensive, man. $50 per month. Greg, I find because I'm paying like $30-something a year for the Magic Jack, and sometimes I get it on sale, and I get it cheaper than that when it goes on sale. Just renewing my passport and getting a new card. The card is $30. Yeah, it's $30 if you're doing it with the passport, I think, and it's $65 if it's your first time or something like that, I think. I'm not sure if you're just getting that alone. I know there's like 2 different prices, but the card is usually about $30. You're right for that passport card, guys. Headband too. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Yeah, Dan, it's true though. They all wear headbands. Like everybody I met from that area, they all wear headbands. They all wear the tie-dye T-shirts. They're all into the hippie life, you know. You guys got that town up there from that it was like a TV show. It's named. They used the name in a TV show, and that's where I meet a lot of people from that town. It was like a small small American town or something like that. It was, I don't know. I can't remember the name of that. It was. Oh, I can't remember the name of it. I wish I could. I'm gonna go nuts now trying to remember that. Let's see. I've had Google Voice for several years. You have to have separate phone number. You do have to have a separate phone number. Gail says during the '60s when they had the draft, a lot of hippies went to Canada to avoid the draft, and it stuck. So draft dodgers are what they're based on. LOL. Thanks, Gail. That's good to know. How hard was it for you to learn to ride a carabao? Yeah, and climb a tree for a coconut. Ha ha ha. None from two marriages in the film. First wife was married 15 years. New wife is 4 years. Yeah, I was with my first wife for, I think seemed like about 9 or 10 years. Is Fidelity similar to Charles Schwab? I'm not really sure. I've never used Fidelity. Charles Schwab and Ameritrade are ready to go together. I've only had Ameritrade, which is now going to become Charles Schwab. So I can't speak to Fidelity, but everybody that I know in Fidelity likes it. But Charles Schwab, everybody says that's like A+ because of the fees and stuff. Well, I paid $10 for the card extra when I renewed my passport back in 2017. Looks like the cost is up. Yeah, I think it might have went up, Mo. It might have went up, you know. It might have changed. I think it did go up, now that you mentioned that. Still waiting for an extra $200 per month for sis. Hopefully soon. John Zimmer, I have lots of expat friends and we get together often socially. Yeah, there's some good expats in some areas, and some areas have bad expats. You know, this area here, we don't have many expats right now, to be honest with you. My girl has no mom and dad, but family, so has the normal Precious, plus she is middle-class corporate banker, so I got lucky. Yeah, you did, man. Some people come over here, and they marry doctors and lawyers, too, and dentists. We had one guy marry, one of the subscribers on here, he's married to a dentist from here. No family issues. I love the culture and food. I love balut, durian, pancits, and of course lechon. Sunshine Shoulders just made a good video. Avoid any girl under 30 with kids, especially if she has 3 kids. Yeah, I would agree with him on that. You know, I would agree with him on that. Yeah, especially that age. Man, if they're above 30, I think you're okay. I think the confusion for me was from there. I was thinking that the passport card was what everybody is going to, which is the real ID. Yeah, it's different. A passport will be if you don't have the real ID, a passport will act as the same thing. So that's why it's not real ID, the passport card, but it acts like that. It's just as good, they say, you know. So that's why they accept that for a passport. So if you lose like I said, if you lose your passport, guys, that passport card, you can send that in and get a replacement. So just remember that. So that's why I say carry that, because if God forbid you ever lose your passport in your luggage or something like that, or you misplace it or something, that will get you a new passport. Okay, it's just keep that in mind. Let's see. I don't. Been there, done that. Let's see. Steve, you mentioned Magic Jack in the last video. The same day I saw my first Magic Jack ad on Facebook. Yeah, there we go. Underwear and Pasig to shade head so hot. Sometimes tidy whites make you giggle. Whatever that's all about. My favorite is dried fish. Zane Underwood. I remember that they offered the passport card to me when I renewed for the passport book. I wanted the passport book specifically because I wanted to collect passport stamps. The passport book is different than the passport card, because the passport card is only good for going into Canada or Mexico, but it's good for a worldwide ID, like I said, Zane, and it's also good for getting a replacement passport. But it isn't good for a passport other than those 2 countries. And if you if you're going on cruises and stuff to the Caribbean, it's good for that too. So you can't get the 2 confused. You should actually read up on that more, because there's a lot more to it. The reason why I mention it is because it's great to have if you lose your passport anywhere in the world. You can bring that card into an embassy, and at least they know you're a U.S. citizen, so you can get your passport. And they accept that as the ID to get your replacement passport. I just want to make that clear. Okay, Zane, just that's important. How many guys do you have emailing? Probably like 10 or 20 a day sometimes. Some days I get to them every day. Some days I don't. But I always try to answer them I answer them within 48 hours. Sometimes I have more than that. Sometimes I've had as many as 40 or more. Depends on what the subject matter is. Charles Schwab can get ATM fees refunded worldwide. Yeah, that's the hotel says you can get cash out Merck's points. Yeah, Charles Schwab's pretty good, guys. Gotta like and deal well with her family, or it doesn't work. Many she will get tired of your misuse of her family leave. Stephen, what are your hobbies? My hobbies? Painting. I do a little bit of painting. I do a little bit of everything. This is my hobby too. But I like to read. I like to watch videos. I like movies. New passports are scannable. Philippines consulates, U.S. Good evening, Steve. Simply Rocco. Let's see. Good evening, Simply Rocco. What visa is best to maintain forever? SRV. Looking for a home base in Philippines. Get one of the SRV visas. That's the one that you want. Enjoy your videos. Keep it up. Very informative. Is it hard to find a woman over 30 that has not been married? Yeah, some don't. Some haven't been married. I know being with a married woman can be big trouble. Yes, it can, Michael. Be careful. Looking forward to buying land in the Philippines sometime this year, hopefully. Any recommendations on area? You really can't own land here unless it's through your wife, man. Okay, Eric? Just remember that. You can own a condo though. Or you can lease land. Waiting for my second COVID shot. Maybe it'll help entering the Philippines. Maybe. In Mindanao, the peoples wear underwear on the head to shade from the massive sun in Davao. They're all over there. Michael Cosby, over half the women aren't married. They often don't bother with marriage. Yeah, it's true. Sinfuls from State Travel site. Jolly Bee Freeze. Had my first Madonna jab in the VA. Let's see. Sinful says, first time adult passport card not valid for international air travel. Yeah, correct. Yeah, it's not. But it's valid for domestic travel. Okay, it can be used, like you need the real ID for domestic travel. So that passport card works for that. Valid only for travel by land and by sea to Canada, Mexico, Bermuda, and the Caribbean. Yeah, Bermuda and the Caribbean is only good for ports, I believe. So it's good on like cruises and stuff like that. The only reason I recommend that, Sinfuls, is because of the fact if you lose your card, it's good to have, and it's a great ID over here too. Nobody questions that at all because it's proof that you're an American. Kuya Steve, hello from Spartanburg, South Carolina. There we go. Cardiz, nice to know you have over 100 viewers this morning. Yeah, we're getting up there. Michael Cosby, finding a woman over 30 without kids is more of a problem. I have my money in Commerce Bank. I think they're affiliated with BDO, but I haven't checked yet. So I'm hoping I don't have to move money. Yeah, you would probably. You probably will. Any banks in the United States are not, even if it's BDO in New York, they don't connect the account here in the Philippines, from what I understand. Hey, Steve, in future videos, could you break that down, unpack that passport card and real ID to get definitive with the descriptions of what they do and what they're used for, please? Let's see. Yeah, I could break it down more possibly, Zane. Or you can call me. Send me an email at steven5975@yahoo.com. We can talk. I'll talk to you. I can break it down for you more because it's kind of a long conversation. If you talk about that in a video, it gets kind of confusing. I just want to talk about it mainly as a backup ID, an emergency ID to use if you lose your passport. It's not. That's all it's really good for is if you're going to live in the Philippines permanently, but it is a good card to have because if you, God forbid, you lose your passport, man, you're in trouble. Guys, suggest you get the. Let's see the vac. We're back to vaccines again. We travel a lot. COVID screwed up now. Thank Stephen. Thank you. Thank you. Shane Sheets. We will accept a picture or copy of. Will they accept a picture or copy of your passport? I heard they wouldn't. Okay, so that's why I would have the other. Okay, some people have told me they wouldn't accept that. Now I don't know what if you walked into the embassy with just a picture of your passport if they would accept it. I kind of doubt it, you know. But it's a good question for sure. Some people say yes, some people say no. It's not true. So I haven't verified that either way yet. Some people say you should always carry a picture of your passport in there just in case, especially if you're traveling, because at least they know you already went through something. If you lose it along the way, then a picture of your passport might work. Philippines is going to be tough to enter for a year or so. You need all documents they require, or you will be sent home. You'll need all the, yeah. There's going to be a lot of paperwork, man. Hi from Oregon. There we go. Retired U.S. Navy. There's another Navy guy. Both my wives were over 30, and I have one Filipino son, age 14. DJ Kuhn. Wife wants a new wife wants a child too. There you go. Sinful says Shane Sheets. Always good to have a copy back at your residence or hotel room secured. Yeah, I can't tell you how much those the passport cards though help. That's a big thing. Rolling your T-shirt above your belly is called a Beijing bikini. Good to know, John. Thanks, man. A Beijing bikini. You think Duterte will follow Thailand and those other countries and start letting vaccinated tourists in? I don't know, man. He's kind of tough on stuff like that, so it's hard to tell. Is there anything more than speculation on expected opening? Yeah, nothing more than speculation. Google 5 phones, $27 a month. That's expensive, man. I'm paying like $30 a year for the Magic Jack, somewhere around there. When it's on sale. Philippines immigration has placed online site that they are booting lots of people. I mean, lots. Yeah, they're booting all the Chinese out of here, I think. Having a picture of your passport is handy. If you lose your passport, helps you to get a new one. John, I'm not so sure about that. You know, I'm not, because you can't mail in a picture of your passport. They won't accept that. I do know that. And most of the time you have to mail in all the stuff for you to get your passport. So that's not totally true. But I don't know how it works at the embassies here. You know, a copy of your passport is good so you have all the info. Yeah, it's good to have the info. You know, that's about it. But I don't think they'll accept that. No way. They won't accept a photocopy when you go to mail in for your passport, even if you put a rush on it. Some of those places will do a rush like within 24 hours, but you pay about $440 for it. That's a lot of money for a rush on a passport. If I have Citibank account in the U.S., can I establish a Citi account in Cebu, transfer money from us to Cebu? That's something you have to talk with Citibank about, man. I'm not sure. You probably could, but I don't know how it would work. I mean, I do my transactions Western Union. I'm sure you could do bank to bank, but I mean, it would have to be less than 10,000 and stuff like that. You know, you have to be careful. When you're sending money, you have to be careful. I'm totally on board with you on the multiple IDs because they like to be stolen. They like to be stolen. Passports are hot commodities on the black markets. So your words are wise. Yeah, Zane, it's good to have a backup to get another passport. I've been talking to a 44-year-old that has 3 grown kids but separated from husband for 13 years. And he has another woman and 3. Should I stay away from her? Yes. If she's married, stay away from, man. It's $4,000 for her to go through an annulment. Just be careful. Eric Brown, Stevie, you married? No, I'm not, but we will probably soon. Probably within the next few years. I carry a copy of passport and driver license. They accept it at hotels, government offices. I have original in my safe. Yeah, some people carry pictures on their phone, man. You know. Jack Braswell, mobile isn't. Citibank leaving the PIs. Let's see. Shane Sheets. Steve, are premarital, prenuptial agreements legit there? Yeah, they have them here. They have postnuptials too. I did a video on that, by the way. But they have those are pretty much worldwide. They have prenuptials and postnuptials. So if you plan on buying something during the marriage and you want to have a postnuptial agreement of who gets what, if you go through a divorce, you can do that too. I believe you can do that in the Philippines. You can do it in the States. I just did some paperwork with San Fran. They needed an original and 4 copies of everything. Michael Cosby doesn't sound risky to me. Embassy, DJ Coon says. Thanks, Steve, for Festus, Missouri. From Festus, Missouri. I would get a copy of my COVID shots card and put it with your papers. Yeah, I would definitely do that. I would definitely, guys, carry your COVID papers if you get the shot. You know, Google FI is good but expensive. Magic Jack and Google Voice are about the same, but Google Voice is free and Magic Jack is like $30 a year. Yeah, I still swear by Magic Jack because it's nice to have that little piece that you can get the one from Google too. You have to pay for it though too, but you connect it to your computer and it's just nice to have. Hello to you, my fellow shipmates on your page. I'm looking forward to travel in February after I receive the vaccine. Do you think it'll be open by then? By February? I hope so. That's a long ways away. I was told you need a copy of your passport that has been notarized. So you're talking about, Rick, you're talking about if you lose your passport, you have a notarized copy. I don't know if that maybe it would. That's a thought. I never thought about that, but yeah, or apostilled maybe. But I don't. Some people say you're not even supposed to make a copy of your passport. That's what some people have told me, but I don't think that's totally true. Because you need to make a copy of your passport for some things. Why deal with married when there's plenty of singles? Yeah, exactly, man. Passport photocopies works when you go to the embassy in person. Okay, that's interesting to know, Pete. See, I was told that one of the ladies there also told me to get a passport card. She swears by it. She says I tell everybody to get a passport card because it's always your best backup. I was talking to a lady there about what's the best tips you would give people that are living outside the country, and she gave me like about 6 or 7 tips. I should actually do those tips sometime. Let's see. Sure can help expedite things to get a new one. Yeah, that card, man. You just mail that card in. John C. Just mail that card in when you have the passport card, and you get another one right away. So that's the key. Hi from the land down under, Steve. Is it better to... I'm not even going to get into that one, Brian, man. I scan and email all my documents on Gmail. That I always have access. Yeah, it's a good way to do it, man. I need to print anything. Okay, guys. Goodbye. Got to do stuff. Okay, DJ Kuhn. I'm going to get going. I'm going to go myself, guys. It's getting kind of late here. Breaking news. Everyone that has the vaccine will not be allowed to travel due to carrying the new triple mutant COVID 22 plus extra 1.25. Yeah, okay. Notary is to certify signatures, not images. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's why when I heard notary, I was like, yeah, I don't. That's what I always understood too. But it could be. I'm not sure about apostles though. Tennessee Traveler. I'm not. You could probably get an apostle, but I don't think that's any good. That's why I think that this lady told me to have that passport card, because I think some people are confused here and they're going to confuse other people. I would stick to just get the passport card, Yeah, passport card. Passport card is the best idea out there. I'm telling you. I was told that when I got my passport at the post office, they told me when it came to have 3 copies made. Yeah, some of the guys in the post office don't know what they're talking about all the time, though. They don't. They're just like you and me. They can have bad information too. I lost my passport a long time ago in Germany. It felt harrowing. However, I was able to go to the local police first and then subsequently to the embassy. That's interesting, Joey. Was it easy to get a new one? Morning from Florida, Cudem says. John, bye-bye. Good chat. Take care. Hey, big guy, how's the weather? It's nice here. Take them and have them notarized. I think notarizations, we just talked about this, Rick, is for signatures, and that's I think that's true. Look that up. Notaries are just mostly for signatures or to notarize a document that it's real, you know? And that's not a real because it's a photocopy. Thanks, Steve. I dig your videos. Your live streams are awesome. Thanks for helping us out. I could be wrong on that one, Rick, though. Okay, to get back to you. But Zane, thanks. You're welcome, Zane. Good night, Steve from North Carolina. All right, guys. Yeah. Notarized means it's an official document. But that's not an official No, I mean, it is an official document, but it's a copy of it. But I would go by what that lady said at the embassy, Rick, that get that card, because I don't think that that's going to, you cannot, Rick, you cannot mail that in, and that will not count as ID when you try to get a new passport through the mail or something like that. So just FYI, okay? Take care, guys. Eric Brown. Take care, Steve. Your channel is very informative. Thanks, Far From Home. All right, guys, I'm going to take off. I'm going to call it a night, guys. We've been on here for like, I think 81 minutes. But we're going to do this more often, guys. I'll start doing some more night shows on here, okay? And we'll just do surprise ones. And Zane says, I'm getting a passport card, no doubt. Good, Zane. That's good. I think you'll enjoy it too, because over here when they ask for an ID, I flash that, and they don't give me any problems, you know. Joey Bean says, good night. Good night, guys. Take care, guys. I'll probably be on within the next 2 nights, okay? And we'll do another show, all right? It was good talking to all you guys, all right, guys? Yeah, we'll do it maybe, it'll be at 10 o'clock, I'll tell you that, but I don't know whether it'll be tomorrow night or the night after, okay? But we'll do a 10 o'clock show again, because this one went pretty well. We hit 100, so that's all I was happy getting over 50. But anyway, guys, thank you. God bless. Take care, guys.